Right, I'm back. Yes, I'm literally apologise for the. I really, I had a bit some sort of a. Well, I just couldn't cope with the weight of it. I think Riverside. I think tipped me over the edge. If I'm honest, there was an awful lot of stuff on there, and sometimes you just I don't know. I think there's a recoil. The human psyche is a complicated one, definitely. I know I'm not the first content creator to have a funny little blip. But yeah, I know Daggerwin likewise has sort of like refused to do certain things, and then yeah, and other times some people just don't mention the fact, and they just literally leave things alone for a bit and have a couple of weeks rest without sort of mentioning it. So yeah, I needed something, but I didn't want to not carry on. It was just the fact that right now, which before I yeah we need the backs, don't we? So yeah, we've got to get the harvester going. So we may as well do these two over here first because they're done too. There's a lots of harvester. In some ways, I wish I had actually got another harvester, but patience will do the same job. So yeah, I'm not now going to buy one. Literally, we're just going to crack on because it's a fantastic size header. Well, especially the first field. If we get this area done in this session, I'll be happy. Truthfully, not expecting Rome to be built in a day. Yeah, we've already got that one. We're going to need that in a few minutes though. So let's first of all let's grab the harvester. I think we'll start on the little field. I think I'm going to do that myself, if I'm honest. Alright, let's grab this on the edge. It's quite close. And that'll do actually, because otherwise... Right, let's grab harvester. And the normal header is on there, right. Smash him. I am not going to faff around because there is a lot to do, so I am going to go into a time lapse because if I time lapse this, I might be able to do everything that's, you know, the only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not even going to attempt to grab the grass off the fields. If I cut the grass and windrow on both, that I'll be happy with because there is a lot to do, so yeah. Yeah, so we're not even going to bother load the course for this first one, we're just going to do it ourselves. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think I'm going to leave it here because we've done a lot of harvesting, we've done a lot of, it's been quite a long session to be honest. I'm going to grab the grass and the straw. Yeah, and obviously coming back, this was done in 2 halves. Yeah, I literally picked this up when I just finished the other 2 sort of fields and obviously got back into the vehicle at the same place. It should look okay, but yeah, when I came in I realised that it's not been doing the straw swap, and yet I haven't touched anything, and now it is, and I've got the additional straw mod, so I have no idea why all of a sudden it decided it was going to switch the straw on, and why it didn't switch the straw on earlier, especially for, it was barley, wasn't it? I'm sure it was. No, wrong one. It is that one still. Yeah, it was a barley field. No, it was wheat. So I didn't switch straw off, and it should really have straw for wheat no matter what you do, unless you switch it off. I've never switched it off, not on this map. I never switch straw off ever anymore. So again, another one of those random strange. Yeah, it's ever so weird. If you go through, if you go a bit further, it. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, it's just playing up with just the animation. Then at certain angles, it looks like it's stopping. Although it did stop earlier. It was literally, I think I was hovering on the bar and it just stopped, or maybe I was not quite far enough in. So that is all of our 3 fields harvested. Yeah, reasonable amount from them all. Got the grass on both fields, got the windrowing done on both. So next session we're going to literally, it's going to be a bit of a monster. We've got the straw and all of the grass to get up. So I have a good mind to get the, the trouble is I've got to empty the iron out. Maybe get the 70 tonner, which we know that across there doesn't play nicely with anything bigger than that. We bought the 109 tonner to play with that and it doesn't like it. This one likewise didn't work, but that was before they changed it to allow for these kind of things. But it is high, it really is. So I'm not sure that it's going to play nicely with that. So with that in mind, I think what we'll do, the manual, the other one we've got, and I shall set a worker on that one with the 70 tonner. We'll have to try to get, yeah, probably this is probably the better 2 fields to do that with. If I do the straw with the other one, I'll probably get that ready beforehand with the big blue, the New Holland, and we'll get the big one across there, the case, with a worker to get. Oh, trouble is I've really, actually thinking about it, probably better to do it the other way around. Right, actually thinking about this, we're going to be across the road next session. Our next harvesting we're doing is over there. So if we, as you could do in real life, if you did a run for it, if you're looking across the road, let's be honest, it's not really going to hurt anybody if you just cross the road like that, unless of course you don't look across the road, and then of course it does. But yeah, we'll you say that, but you know, sunflowers and this kind of header, they don't really match. Yeah, that's true. We'll go and, that's a point actually. Yeah, no, it's true. We'll go and stick this on the header trailer. Yeah, no, we'll take it back and I'll stick this on. I'm going to have to trouble this. I'm going to have to follow it. I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to put this on. Going to grab the other header and yeah, we'll get on with that one. So I shall do that off camera. I do like this. It's a bit, yeah, that's as good as you can get it really. But it does fall on nicely, so it's not the end of the world. Right, so yeah, productive session. Of course, the one thing you will have noticed is I actually forgot to do the animals. Oh, no, it was already off. Yeah, I forgot to do the animals. It was only halfway through I thought, hang on a minute, have I done the animals today? So I checked and I thought, absolutely not. So we did a quick run around and we did everything. So yes. Yeah, I felt up to doing the episode on Silverrun. I don't know what it was. It was just one of those, because it is like I said, it's just that sometimes where your mind says I can't face something. I do try to listen. If my emotional heart and mind say no, I'll try and do one of the smaller Let's Plays. And I literally, day after day, I was thinking, right, I'm going to do Silverrun, and I thought, I just not got the energy to do it. The get up and go had got up and gone. It really had. Because really, when you think about it, I don't know what it is with me. whether it is the creative thing, whether I get a bit stuck on a Let's Play when you get to the mid to the late sections. I seem to always want the beginning bit, the challengey bit. I am also, though, wanting to set myself a real challenge. Obviously, I've done Green Hills Estate, which I am thoroughly enjoying. Not sure if that's going to be a full-blown Let's Play, or that was just a bit like the Silverrun Revisited, that returned, where it'll just fade off into the night. Because what I'm trying to do, not with Purbeck either, I've literally already sort of started that, and I don't want to start. I'd like to do the hardest start from scratch that I've ever done. I want to do a real challenge where, and I mean, I know a lot of people stage things. It wants to be a proper start from scratch, because it is a real challenge. I will pay back the loan. It will be 300 grand, but I'm not going to use a generator, because it's not cheating, but it is sort of giving myself a bit of an advantage, I suppose, to try to make up for the fact that you don't really have 500 grand is the only reason I've ever done that, truthfully. But if I want to set myself a hard challenge, I also want to do it on a map like Calmlands. Whether I do Calmlands again, I really have enjoyed my time on there. But then again, I suppose I could do Green Hills Estate from scratch. And I'm going to set myself a bit of a challenge where I'm not allowed. I did it on Silverrun, where I'm not allowed to use productions for the first year. I can do anything else, but no productions, none of my own. I can do selling and all the rest of it, all that type of stuff. Also, I'd like to do it where you can do a start from scratch, and you can do contracts, and you can start with absolutely no money, because obviously that's the only way you can earn money if you can do that. I don't want it to be about, I don't want anything to muddy the waters. I want it to be on something like No Man's Land, Western Wilds, where there are no contracts, where it's a survival challenge that is just 300,000. Obviously, with that kind of cash, I've got to allow modded things. I know that some content creators frithcon, but usually with more money have said, right, well, only non-modded things. Well, if I've got to start straight away and I'm not allowed generators, I've often had generators on a start from scratch with that. So I think what I'll do is no contracts are allowed, so it'll be something like No Man's Land, but not No Man's Land. It'll be something similar to that. Now there is one, Avon Valley, I think, that I really like the look of that one a while back. Don't know what start to do. Again, no productions means, because I love this start. I've done it on Purbeck. I love that yard that we've got here, and that's what gave me the idea for Purbeck. I thought I would like to do that as a start. So we did do it as a start, and obviously that's the map we're going onto, the English map. But I would like to do a start from scratch, a survival challenge, as Daggerwin would call it, and as many content creators call it as well. So I'd like it to be a really, really tough survival challenge. I'd also like it to be as realistic as possible. I really would. Where it's, trouble is, I would like it to be a survival challenge, but one that's ultimate realism, where I'm not allowed to use. Can I do that with a big backhander though? Even mechanics sometimes don't allow. I could have a. The big backhandler is a real asset. Again, and there's got to be a bit of a trade-off. I did say this on my last Green Hills Estate, but I suppose there would be if I was going for 5-ton pallets, but then I'm not doing productions in the first year anyway. So yeah, obviously I'm only going to have 300 grand and a map and whatever equipment I'm going to use. I may well go for the BGA start, because it's a good start. You can do multiple cuts, because often you can only afford one field. So yeah, I can't go for a BGA start. It's a production. Oh, this is true. So actually I'd probably be better to go for the best. Yeah, I'll think about it. It's going to be tough. I know that. We're going to literally eke a living. We really are. If that. No generators. Hard economy. Full start from scratch. Where fuel usage is high. Ploughing. Every single thing's on. And precision farming. And seasons. I want it to be every single element of the game, and I would like it to be ultimate realism, but I'd like your opinion. I'd like you to, if you have got any opinions on additional rules. I mean, it's God, yeah, I mean, it is going to be a tough one. It really is. I mean, Stone Valley took a long, the start from scratch took a long time to get any traction. I, I'm not going to set a time limit because a thing like that could last 7 years before we start to do well, or if he says so confidently, yeah, before we go. Well, I think we can do it, but it is. Obviously, no productions for the first year. That's tough. It really does mean I'm going to start in spring. I love the start in spring mod. I think it's such a thing to the old thing. But yeah, I really would like to wait for your opinion because there's no rush for it. I would say I've got Green Hills that I'm doing. I've got Calmlands that I'm doing. And obviously, I'm trying to finish this. We've got, thinking about this now, we have got, let's have a look. Yeah, we've harvested 3 fields. The sugar cane, I think I'm going to do with the, although I know it damages the crop, I think because of how bad that is, and that's my fault and my fault. Now, I think what we're going to do is lease the harvester, the old one, and it does damage crop, I know, because I've tested it. But the trouble is, with all of those posts in the way, the workers are going to be crashing into it. It was an absolute nightmare. So even though I might lose some crop, I think what we'll do is we'll literally hire the old one, which is, yeah, I'll show you the one I'm on about. Yeah, that's another thing. We had some sugar beet technology. Yeah, the multi-row, that one there, the 349, not the Jacktoe, because that one. You've still got to have a worker next to you, haven't you? I usually do a worker with that. Is the Jacktoe any work? Well, and it does. It's wider, obviously, but as we found. But I'm sure there's a slight advantage to the case one. I found the Jacktoe was more difficult than that. But obviously, that is bigger, the Jacktoe, and it's exactly the same price. So, yeah. But I think that's the way that I am thinking about. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Isn't there the header? I've always wanted to use that. The forage harvester header. The special one that has that ability. I've got it in, yeah, the X-Collect. And there's 2 of them, aren't there? That's the standard one. But there's also the X-Collect poplar and sugar cane. I have a good idea, a good means to literally lease that, and also and to go out with that as a bit of a bang. I really would. Yeah, I'd like to do that. Do something a little bit different because I've always wanted to use that. I had it for poplars once. I never. It was the Let's Play where it finished early because the the Industrial BGA finished the Let's Play off. Westwich Hills, yeah, one of my favourite American maps, where it really did finish very rapidly because the Industrial BGA that I had never used before literally devoured, and it was a storyline that we'd got to make millions, and we made millions in a day or a month. So it was, yeah, I was disappointed because obviously I missed out on my poplar harvest. So yes, I left it to the family, wing for them to finish it. So yeah, if you could give me your ideas on whether you could put up with a ultimate realism, so only inside camera, so all you're seeing is, yeah, the outside view. I'd like to do hand attach, and yeah, just us and the field. I was going to do where I thought you don't do no leasing. If you're going to make it so tough, we'll allow leasing, or do we not? Do we say no bank loans? That's one thing I want to make this the toughest challenge I've ever had, but I don't want to make it so awful that I just don't want to do it because it's just too rock. But I do want it to be rock. I want it to be a very, very the toughest challenge. I don't think I've ever seen anybody quite do anything quite that stringent. But yeah, especially not with seasons and precision farming and all the rest of it. So, although do we give us a little bit? Is that the wiggle room? Let me know what you think. Yeah, do I go for leasing, or do I say no? I'm allowed the sales, but oh, look at that concrete. Is that not amazing? Absolutely amazing. The quality of the graphics, truthfully. Anyway, yes, I'm not going to waffle on. We're doing well. 5 million, 5.2 million. It's good, and obviously we've got a lot of productions that we bought on this particular map. So. Yeah, let's have a look at what we have actually got in productions that are still. In fact, let's look at this. Yeah, I know we've got an awful lot of wood, and oh wow, yeah, a lot of clothes. Although, and that's still again, that's at the worst time of year for it. So yeah, we're almost losing 100,000 when you look at the max value for that. But even so, we're likely to do that. Got quite a lot of these, and we do need to shift these. These are holding up other things being done. Obviously, the metal, which I think we stopped selling. Yeah, slurry manure, solid fertilizer, that will sell probably on the hour. Furniture again is popping up. It is. So yeah, we've got quite a lot really of products that are worth quite a bit. And then there's that canola that keeps annoying because, like, I've got a bit of that I left there. I think I left it in the other one and I never took it to sale. So some silage, but obviously that's only what we're producing ourselves. So I'm going to leave it for here for this session, and then in August. No, we're not going to speed up till August. We're going to grab, next session we're going to come back in July. No time's being sped up. We're going to grab the straw and we're going to grab the grass off both fields, and then we're going to go through to August. So yeah, what I am going to do is when Silverrun is finished, this is the final year of Silverrun, so we're going to literally go to the very end. Obviously, when we have reached the end of this, because I'm doing the roller coaster and the boat, I am going to sell the animals, and so I don't normally do, but we will take the value of the animals, and just because I don't want to be going through that cycle every single day of doing that, when I'm just going to be concentrating on speeding time up. The wood yard can continue because that's going to help feed all of the wood businesses, but I'm not going to allow the money to continue after the Let's Play, after we call time on the Let's Play. That's just, yeah, it's just what it is at that point, because we really have ended. So it's just us then continuing with the roller coaster, and I don't mind what time we have to speed up to get through the months to do the roller coaster. And the boat I think is the much easier of the two. The roller coaster's got 4 or 5 stages to it, so yeah, we'll do, and whatever it takes. If we're allowed to buy, I don't know that we are. I don't think I can buy some of the components, but we have bought a lot of the production, so hopefully one way or another we will sort it out. Yeah, and there's that normal rules do not apply. I don't mind resetting things and shifting things around all sorts of manner just to get that done, because it's not about a Let's Play, it's not about normal farming rules or anything at that point. Anyway, I've bent your ears long enough for this session. Yeah, if you could let me know what you think about the really ultimate start from scratch, proper start from scratch. But as I said, the rules are the loan's got to be paid off, so there's only going to be 300,000. And choices of maps, I don't mind anybody. I mean, Avon Valley's one that is a bit of a no man's land type thing. I don't care if it's American, European, or I don't mind if it was even Agres Balcones, whatever. Or no, I don't really care. I'll leave the choice to yourselves. But I obviously, hopefully not, hopefully not in a desert or anything ridiculous. But yeah, again, yeah, whatever. It's just us pitting our wits and the knowledge that we've got against the map and bad luck and good luck and all that type of stuff. Well, I mean, to be honest, with the start from scratch, if you're going on hard economy, there is no good luck. You are literally. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm well chuffed with Green Hills Estate. We've done well on that, but it was one thing. Luckily it was a fairly good size fit, and that was, you could say, I'm not cheated, but I mean, I did go for my year, and I went for one of the better generators. The radio tower is a monster, even on hard economy. It really is a fantastic generator, mainly to get the equipment. But what I'm trying to say is, you can't truly say, and that's why I'm saying this. It's, if you've got a generator powered through, as I've said so many times, is it you winning, or did the generator give me such an edge that I got through that by doing that? And you can't say not. But of course I would have done it a different way had I not had the generator. I would have done it with smaller equipment, and I would have done it with just little old me, as I did on Rombos Mark II, where really we had that very tractor across there. We tried little tractors to begin with, but we couldn't use that and the trailer with the smaller tractors. But again, if I was going to tailor it to smaller tractors, I'd have smaller equipment and smaller trailers. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Rules of engagement, yeah. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye for now.